Yo, what's going on, guys? We have patch 12.8 finally being shown to us. This is going to be a pretty big patch, so, well, because it's going to be for the MSI, this is what they're going to be playing on, all the esports. So let's go ahead and take a look at every single champion in this big list here. First up we have is Mordekaiser. Mordekaiser's passive movement speed is going to be increased from 3% to 3, scaling up to 9%. Each level from 1, 6, and 11, so 3, 6, 9. Pretty big buff for his passive there. I think that's all he really needed, actually, to have him become a lot stronger in the meta, especially in top lane. Next up we have Vladimir. His armor is being increased from 23 to 27. That's pretty decent, actually. I think that's a big change. 4 armor is pretty big, especially for Vladimir, because it's going to help him in a lot of his AD matchups. Top lane, so like Set and whatnot. Next we have is Poppy. They're giving a lot of stuff to Poppy, actually. Her W cooldown is going down by 4 seconds at all ranks, so from 24 to 16, and now being changed to 20 to 12 come late game. And then we have her R1 knockup is being changed from 0.75 seconds to 1 second. Her R2 missile speed is being changed from 2,000 to 2,500. Her R2 knockback distance is also being changed from 2,400 to 3,400. And then her R channel refund, if she doesn't want to use it, is going to be changed from 30 seconds to 15 seconds. Overall, pretty big buffs on Poppy. I think they want to push her into the competitive play a lot more. I think this is going to be really good for her, just because like the knockup is going to make her R1 a lot more useful instead of it just being for 0.75. 1 second is going to be pretty big. Next up we have is Sejuani. Her passive cooldown is going to be changed from, instead of 12 seconds at all ranks, it's going to scale 12 to 6 seconds depending on level. Next up we have is Fiddlesticks. His W healing against champions is also going to be increased from 30 to 50 to 30 to 70%, which is a 40% increase from level 1. Pretty big stuff. We haven't really seen Fiddlesticks too much in any game. Well, I haven't. I don't know about you guys. I haven't seen him too much in any of my games or anything, so hopefully this helps him get kicked back into the meta. Well, I don't know if we want him to, because he's kind of annoying to play against. Next up we have is Zoe. Her mana cost is going to be changed from 50 to 70 to 40 to 60, lowering it at 10 mana all ranks. And then her R mana cost is also being lowered from 50 to 40. We have Kassadin. His Q is going to be increased. The damage on it is going to be increased from 40 to 160. It's going to be changed to 60 to 180. And the AP ratios on it is being increased by 10%. I think this is just getting him ready for the Void event that's going to be coming out soon. Pretty big Void stuff. We also have the new champion, which kind of got leaked a little bit earlier, I think. But anyways, next up we have is Vel'Koz. His Q AP ratio is being increased from 80% to 90%, and his W initial ratio is going to be increased from 15% to 20%. His Q AP ratio being increased is kind of big here. His Q already hurts a lot if you try to dodge it and miss, so that on top of the W, which is being spammed out constantly, so pretty big buffs for him. I don't think Vel'Koz needed a buff, but they probably wanted him in competitive, so there we go. We have Xerath. His E stun duration is being increased from 0.5 to 2 seconds to 0.75 to 2.25 seconds based on distance. Pretty big, actually. Well, actually, no, it's not that big. They're just trying to help him out mid lane, give him a little bit more leverage there. Next that we have is Silas, his R cooldown, which I don't think this is kind of a weird buff, because I mean, usually max R lasts. Well, I mean, you don't really put any points into it. You just need it for like, because I mean, Silas gets a lot of ability haste, so I don't think this is gonna really like change too much, because you're only gonna put 1 point to R in late game. You don't really, you'll have it up pretty much. I don't know, you'll have it up pretty often, I'll say that. Next up we have is Ezreal. The R cooldowns being decreased from 120 seconds at all ranks to 120 to 90 scaling. Next up we have is Tristana. Her AD per level is being increased from 3.3 to 3.7. Next up we have is Jin. His WCC duration is going to be increased from 1 to 2, and is now being changed to 1.25 to 2.25. His E cooldown is being decreased from 28 to 16, or 28. Well, from 28 to 16 to 24 to 14. The damage on W and E is no longer reduced against monsters, so I guess that means we're gonna be looking at some Jin W steals or trap steals potentially. Next up we have his Bard. His passive damage, well, yeah, his passive damage is going to be increased from 30 plus 12 per 5 chimes to 35 plus 14 per 5 chimes. and his W max heal is going to be increased from 55 to 215, or from 215 to 60 to 240. So this is going to help. I think Bard needed some help a little bit. I won't lie. I think he needed some changes or some sort of buff to make him stronger. Overall, I think I like the buffs here. You know, I like the Kassadin buffs especially. Give him some help there. Because I think he got nerfed last time if I remember. But overall, some good buffs. The Silas one is the only one that's like, what? You know, maybe change his numbers and give him some help there. Because I don't think his R cooldown is really the issue. But let's go ahead and look at the champion nerfs. So Pike's not on this list anymore. He's going to be moved to future patch. We have Soraka. Her W heal is being lowered from 100 to 140 plus 70% of her AP to 100 to 210 plus 65 of her AP. So actually the base cooldown or the base scaling on it is being, oh actually I think they messed it up here, because I'm looking here and I think they got the numbers a little bit mixed up here. So instead of it being from 100 to 140, it's actually gonna be 100 to 205 at max rank, and they're changing it. I guess they're taking it down by 5, so it's gonna be healing. I mean, this isn't really too big of a, I don't think it's too big of a difference for her heal too much, because she's still, the main part is that she has true healing, and that's like kind of hard to stop. Well, you can't stop it, so yeah. But yeah, the change of the heal is going to be from 100 to 205 plus 70% to 100 to 210 plus 65% of her AP. Next up we have is Jinx. Her base health is being lowered from 610 to 560. Zaya's Q damage is also going to be decreased from 45 to 125. Zaya's Q damage is also going to be decreased from 45 to 125 scaling to 45 to 105 scaling. Plus her Q cooldown is also being increased from 10 to 6 seconds to 10 to 8 seconds. So they're trying to hit that Xayah build where she goes Eclipse and gets airy and just uses her Q, E, a combo just like that. So unfortunately that will no longer be used. Next up we have is some champion adjustments for Kaiser and Swain. The Swain one we talked about, or I don't think I talked about it, but we'll go ahead and take a look at those in a little bit. But the AP Kaiser ones, they're changing her numbers around. So her passive missing health damage, the passive missing health damage ratio is being increased from 2.5% per 100 AP to 5% per 100 AP. Her WAP ratio is going to be decreased from 70% to 45%, and her RAP ratio is being increased from 75% to 100%. And let's go ahead and take a look at those Swain changes as well. Okay, so it seems like some of the numbers on the Swain, I looked at it and I was trying to read it out, but it seemed like some of the numbers weren't really, not accurate to what it was, because there was multiple different things. I'm just going to wait until we see it on Server 20 and we know that it's confirmed, the numbers for the Swain adjustment. So yeah, unfortunately I can't show you guys or really tell you, because I don't want to give you guys any like false stuff, but like I don't want to tell you guys any wrong numbers. So yeah, this is the patch that we have here, 12.8, pretty big one. A lot of big champions being buffed here, a lot of MSI stuff coming their way. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below about these changes. Let me know whether he's good or bad, because I'm gonna be honest with you, I think this is a 6 out of 10 patch, or 6 out of 10 list here. It's not bad, it's not good. Overall, could be better, but it is what it is. But anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I'll see you guys next time.